What's up mga Ka-Annyeong? Welcome back to my channel. In this new content, I will share to you the similarities between the Korean and the Filipino culture. Actually, ang dami ko rin palang discovery na ang dami pala nating pagkakaparehas when it comes to our culture with that of the Koreans. If you'd like to know the similarities that we have with them, then keep on watching. Well, I decided to make this content because marami na rin ang nagtatanong sa akin tungkol sa topic na ito, na meron ba talagang pagkakaiba at pagkakaparehas ang Korean at ang mga Pinoy. That's why I decided to make this new content to answer those questions. Pero disclaimer lang po ha, ito po ay hango sa aking personal na obserbasyon at personal na experience. That's why I made this content. Sa pag-aaral ko ng Korean language, ang dami ko rin talagang na-discover na magaganda sa ating kultura. Doon ko lang mismo na-discover na, debak, ang dami palang pagkakaparehas natin when it comes to our culture, kaya hindi malayo na may pagkakaparehas talaga tayo. First, respect for the elderly.
Mano is a respectful gesture used in Filipino culture, held as a sign of respect for the elders and as a way of soliciting blessings from the elders. Mano is from the Spanish word hand, so mano po literally translates to your hand please, as a greeting initiates the gesture of touching the back of the hand of an elder lightly on one's forehead. The main reason for this tradition is because Filipino culture gives a high value to the family, and so respect for everyone with the use of po and opo is very obvious in our country.
At ang maganda nito, po at opo is being used in a general situation. It is for everyone. Pwede mong gamitin ito sa lahat ng bagay. But in Korea, there is no specific term when it comes to respect. But it can be seen in one's action, like on how you behave when you meet and encounter an older ones. But one of the many that I can mention is that when you receive a thing from an older ones, it must always be with two hands. 감사합니다. Or when in eating, you should wait to go first or sit first before you're going to begin. Plus, the respect form of the yo and the imnida form and bowing is such a huge thing. Sa atin, kung meron tayong ate at kuya, sa kanila naman din, they also have that kind of respect in calling their older brothers or sisters as hyong or oppa or nuna and uni. Ayos ba?
Wow.
Number 2 is we both have the so-called family-oriented. Basically, as Asian country, we all have that. Walang duda yan, di ba? Parents' thoughts really matter. Sa lahat ng bagay, sa desisyon mo o anumang gusto mong maging, we still give in to the opinion of our parents and our family. It is indeed true that their thoughts really matter. Although modern family nowadays is seemingly allowing their children to decide on their own, on what they want in life, yet again, still their thoughts matter. In whatever decisions we have in our life, we still put into considerations the situation of our family. So, yun, pares-parehas tayo. We are both family-oriented. The third one, ang pangatlo, hospitable and friendly. Not in a shallow sense, both Koreans and Filipinos are very hospitable. This is something very obvious, and even in this matter, we can hardly define it, yet we can visibly see it. Number 4, filial piety. It is an important concept in Filipino culture as well as other Asian countries. That includes Korea too. Napapansin ko lang na as I've stayed there, I have seen their Catholic faithful were so serious when it comes to their commitment and discipline during their Eucharistic celebration or even in other fellowship. And the same is true with the other religion. At sa atin naman, walang duda na sobrang napakalakas pa rin ang ating paniniwala at ito pa rin ang nangingibabaw sa atin. especially in this very difficult situation where we are into now in this pandemic. In fact, sa Korea, kahit minority lang ang Catholic faithful doon, sobrang napakadisiplinado nila. Yet, ang lakas pa rin ng kanilang commitment and devotion. Number 5. Getting along with peers or pakikisama. Although, both have different ways, and both countries have different expressions, once you click together, you live forever. Yung mga nakakapunta na sa Korea at maraming mga Korean friends, you know what I mean, right? Number 6. Food. Sobrang ang daming pagkakaparehas talaga. Rice is still part of the main meal. Not bread, not sandwich, nor potato or oatmeal, or rice is life. Please, all rice. I noticed it as well that aside from rice, marami din tayong mga ulam na pagkakaparehas sa ulam nila. One example is their veggie gogi jorim or the chimdak. Is the same as what we have here in the Philippines. The most famous one is the adobo. Gusto nyo tikman? Tikman nyo na. Chimdak is like our chicken adobo. And their jorim is like our pork adobo. Ano pa ba? Kung may sinigang tayo, ay meron din silang mogonji jjigae.
Mogunji is a type of kimchi that is fermented for a longer amount of time than the regular kimchi, and that is why it has a very sharp sour taste, and a stew made out of it would have a quite sour taste like we have a sinigang that has a sour and flavorful taste.
Next is, kung meron tayong bulalo, then meron din silang tinatawag na kalbitang. When I tasted it first, na-curious ako kung ano itong kalbitang na ito. Napaka-famous din sa Korea. When I taste it, para lang itong bulalo sa amin. Which, as far as I've tasted it, they are almost, or should I say, they are almost the same. Wait, paulit-ulit na yata ako Basta, tikman nyo na lang. Well, sino ba namang hindi nakakilala kay crispy pata, di ba? Meron din silang closed version nito, and it is called the chokbal. Chokbal is a pork feet. Well, same as crispy pata, its texture is chewy and has a soft texture inside, and when you bite it, tada! It's like dynamite inside your mouth. It's not fried, but I guess it's steamed. Well, I'm not sure of how it's being done. Hindi ko talaga alam kung paano yung ginawa. But then when I tasted it the first time, then I can always say, oh, crispy pata to sa amin At ang pagkakaiba nga lang is, yung crispy pata natin is crispy, then sa kanila is a bit of chewy. Pero, parang it's what we call pata, chokpar, pork leg or pork feet. If we have pancit, then they have also what we call japchae. Japchae is closer to what we have as, this is it, pancit. Another is the side dishes that they have. We have kangkong, di ba? Yung nilalagyan ng soy sauce and some garlic. If we have that kind of side dish, then they also have that so-called namulmuchim. They are both nicely salty and they are both garlicky, and the moment that I've tasted it, it's a very Filipino thing with a twist. Promise yan. Another thing is that if they have kimchi, well, sino bang hindi nakakakilala kay kimchi? Then we have what we call atsara, a fermented papaya. Yun na nga lang, there are a lot of versions and kinds in kimchis. Hundreds maybe. But here, in our country, a lot of fermented food as well, like atsara, bagoong, or whatever kind of fermented, as we call it, as a side dish. Next is that if we have isaw, then they have what we call kop or the makchang. And ang iba nga lang sa atin ay grilled with a stick. Sa kanila, grilled din pero walang stick. Yun. Another street food, if we have adidas, or should I say chicken feet, they also have that what we call dakbar. It's seasoned with a lot of spicy, kaya sobrang spicy. I think I can share more of it. And if you knew something that is similar when it comes to our food, then maybe you can just comment down below. Number 7, the boodle fight culture. The boodle fight culture that is very common and well known to us mga Pinoy. And we can have a boodle fight in any kind of situation, in any kind of celebration. Party, or even in an ordinary day. Pag trip mo lang, boodle fight, kung gusto mo mag-boodle fight, you can do that. If we have boodle fight, then they also have a version of it. Actually, when I attended or was invited to eat with some Korean family who became my friends, and when they eat, it somehow reminded me of this. They have the Korean traditional way of eating, the bibimbap. In the nearby province in Korea, you can always see this secham. Secham is like a boodle fight, wherein a family-style mealtime that a group of family of farmers eat together in the middle of their work. At I'm sure, sa mga taga-probinsya, marami tayong nakikitang ganun dito sa atin din, di ba? Although, when I ask and according to my source, hindi na daw ito pinapractice ng mga Koreano ngayon. Number 8. Karaoke culture.
Ang pagkanta ay naging parte na rin ng kultura sa atin na mga Pinoy. At ganoon din naman sa Korea. Actually, this karaoke culture, we can sense it in both culture. Although, nagkakaiba nga lang sa setting, sa form of expression, yet we all both have this.
Sa atin, pag may party or may celebrations, may karaoke. At pwedeng-pwede itong gawin sa bahay lang. Sa Korea naman, if you are happy and you want to go to party, you go to karaoke house with your friends, with your workmates, and with your acquaintances. When you meet your friends' friends, you go to karaoke house. In Korea and in our culture. Ayun ang pagkakaiba. When I first met my Korean friend, the first thing we do is we go to a karaoke house, and there he sang Tagalog song. Then while I was singing a Korean song, the first song that I ever sang in Korea.
와 정말 좋아요.
This one is a very famous market. Welcome to Sijam. So this is my friend. These are my friends, Korean friends who brought me here to get to know of the market. So you have to go around and look around what. So, ang dami, di ba? Which I believe that for as long as we try to be open to both culture, then we could be able to see a lot of similarities more than the differences. And in this manner, by thinking the positivity and thinking of all the similarities, we can easily adapt to their culture so that we can easily imbibe the way they lived and be able to appreciate what they have and what we have too. It is in this way that we can be able to live life in a more simple and positive way, di ba? Kaya nga, at the end, I would like to remind all my subscribers and all my friends that having a positive mindset brings positive things. So, kaya nga, umpisa na natin that wherever we go, we always have to look at the similarities before the differences. Mga Ka-Annyeong, I hope that you learn something again. And if you are so curious and if you have some questions, you may write your comment down below and I will try my best to answer the best way I can. Dito na lang po tayo mga Ka-Annyeong. And I hope you could always bring your positivity to others and share your positivity to all those who wanted to know you more. Krom! Daw may buhay mga Ka-Annyeong! Annyeong!